The most dangerous animal in the jungle is not the lion that roars. It is the viper that strikes in silence. Look at the powerful men in history. Look at the kings, the generals, the master strategists. Do they talk loud? Do they explain themselves? No. They are quiet. They are still. But look at the weak. They are terrified of silence. They fill every empty moment with noise. They reveal their plans. They confess their insecurities. They tell the world exactly how to hurt them. Machiavelli warned us, men are so simple that he who seeks to deceive will always find someone who will allow himself to be deceived. And the easiest man to deceive is the man who cannot shut his mouth. Robert Greene wrote in the 48 Laws of Power, always say less than necessary. Why? Because the more you say, the more common you appear. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Words are like arrows. Once you shoot them, you cannot take them back. Every time you speak, you give your enemy information. You give them a map of your mind. And in the game of power, information is ammunition. When you are silent, you become a blank canvas. People project their own fears onto you. They begin to overthink. They begin to fear you. Silence is not empty. Silence is full of answers. But being silent is not just about keeping your mouth shut. It is an active weapon. It is a tool of torture for your enemies. Today, I will teach you how to use silence to dominate any conversation without saying a single word. Humans are social animals. We are programmed to connect, to communicate. And because of this programming, humans have a deep, primal fear of awkward silence. When conversation stops, the average person feels panic. They feel the pressure building in the room. They feel they must say something to break the tension. This is their weakness, and this is your opportunity. The master strategist knows that silence is not an absence of activity. It is a vacuum, a void. And nature abhors a vacuum. It rushes to fill it. Here is the technique used by master interrogators and billion-dollar negotiators. When someone finishes speaking, do not jump in immediately. Wait, count to 3. Slowly, in your head. Look them in the eyes and say absolutely nothing. Those 3 seconds will feel like an eternity to them. Watch what happens. They will become anxious. They will think you didn't understand, or worse, that you don't agree. And in that moment of panic, they will start talking again. They will re-explain themselves. They will offer a concession. They will reveal a truth they meant to keep hidden. They will negotiate against themselves, just to end the torture of your silence. You do not need to interrogate them. You just need to open the void and let them jump in. But silence is not just about offense. It is also your greatest defense. In war, you cannot hit a target you cannot see. When you talk, you become visible. You become solid. You reveal your position, your beliefs, and your weaknesses. You give your enemies a target to attack. But when you are silent, you are like smoke. You are fluid. You are ungraspable. Your opponents cannot calculate your next move because they do not know what you are thinking. This unpredictability creates fear, and fear breeds respect. While everyone else is busy trying to prove how smart they are by talking, you prove how dangerous you are by watching. Look at the dynamic in any room. The fool chatters. The servant explains. The jester entertains. But the king? The king speaks only when necessary. There's an inverse relationship between how much you talk and how much power you are perceived to have. If you want to increase your authority, decrease your word count. Make your words rare, like gold. When a man who never speaks finally opens his mouth, the whole room stops to listen. His words carry weight because he does not waste them on trivialities. Silence protects you. Silence elevates you. But mastering it requires a complete rewrite of your programming. You must kill the part of you that seeks validation. Let us move to the final lesson, the internal transformation. To master silence, you must first conquer your greatest enemy, your own ego. We talk because we want to be seen. We talk because we want to be understood. We act like children, begging for validation from a world that does not care. But the Machiavellian mind does not need validation. It finds validation in control. Silence is not just about hiding your thoughts. It is about becoming a magnet. Think about it. When you are constantly talking, you are chasing people. You are trying to sell yourself. But when you are silent, you create a gravity field. People come to you. They want to know what you are thinking. They want to earn your approval. They want to fill the mystery that you have created. So, from today onwards, practice the art of withholding. When you feel the urge to correct someone, stop. Let them be wrong. Let them reveal their ignorance. When you feel the urge to impress someone, stop. True power does not need to advertise itself. When you feel the urge to explain your actions, stop. Your enemies do not deserve an explanation, and your friends do not need one. Ask yourself this question every single time you open your mouth. Does saying this increase my power, or does it simply feed my ego? If the answer is ego, kill the sentence before it reaches your lips. Silence is not passive. It is the ultimate discipline. It is the sign of a man who is in complete control of himself. And a man who controls himself can control the world. Let your actions speak. Let your results scream. But let your voice remain a mystery. Confuse them with your silence and shock them with your results. If you have the discipline to master this power, prove it to me. Go to the comments below and write, "Silence is power." Let the world know that you are no longer a slave to your words. Subscribe to Machiavellian Logic. We are building an army of the mind. Stay silent, stay dangerous.